Hi everybody, this is Sean Heidemann, your designated broker with Position Realty. Today we are doing our Phoenix real estate market report for the month of May 2021. But before we get started, I just want to talk about, I get a number of people coming to me and asking me if now is a good time to sell. The question would be if you're planning on moving out of state where prices are lower, then it would make sense. But if you're planning on staying in town with the competitive market the way it is, you would need to plan on possibly downsizing your home, especially if you're selling a larger home. And then also you would want to speak with a loan officer to see if you'd be able to qualify for a larger mortgage than what you currently have. And then again, your payments may be higher, but then again, interest rates are lower as well. So the number of different factors that you need to figure out before you're putting your house on the market. And also our company, we do what's called a reverse contingency. So that's basically where you're not obligated to sell your home until you find a replacement home for your property. So if you get an offer on it, the buyer would have to wait until you did get another property to buy. So let's get started with our report. The number of new listings decreased from 11,112 listings in April to 10,406 listings in May, or a decrease of 6.4%. This is not a good sign since we need listings to increase so that we can become a normalized market once again. Last year, we experienced more listings on the market at 11,350 listings in May 2020, but the overall number of active listings was also higher. For the last 5 months, the number of new listings has been above the number of sold transactions since January 2021. Therefore, should this continue, the number of active listings will start to increase again. Although we had an increase in the number of new listings, the number of active listings has stayed fairly consistent since December 2020, with 9,692 active listings in December, 9,185 active listings in May. The foreclosure moratorium on all Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac mortgage-backed loans was extended again by the Biden administration to June 30th, 2021, which has kept the number of active listings and new listings from increasing. But once the extension stops, we might see an increase in number of foreclosures. Currently, the number of active foreclosures is 32 listings, or 0.36% of the total active listings, and we had 17 new foreclosure listings in May. In May, there were 3 short sale listings, which is 0.3% of the total overall market. The number of sold transactions increased by 5.8% in May, from 9,165 transactions in April to 9,697 transactions in May. I have a chart here that shows number of sold transactions by price range. So you see here the number of prices below 80,000 from last year and this year, and the number of transactions have increased. Those are probably out of state or out of the Maricopa County area. And then listings between 80 and 300,000 have decreased. That's probably because prices have risen. And then between 300 all the way up to 3 million, the number of transactions has increased. Another thing that's interesting here is the luxury market has also exploded. So we're seeing a big increase here in the number of more expensive homes. So that's something very interesting to look at. The market continues to be a seller's market due to the low inventory of homes for sale, which has created a very competitive environment for anyone trying to purchase a home. An increase in the number of actives and an increase in mortgage rates will make the market less competitive. Now I have a chart of the Arizona mortgage rates. As you can see, the 5/1 ARM here did increase in the beginning of May, but overall the rates are staying fairly low here in Arizona. And this is based on a 740 credit score or higher, a 20% down, and a purchase mortgage. The average days on market started a downward trend since February 2019 at 72 days on market and have consistently been in a downtrend to the current days on market in May at 28 days on market. Since the beginning of the year, the average days on market decreased 36.4% from 44 days on market in January to 28 days on market in May. Since February 2019, the average days on market decreased 61.1%. The Phoenix housing market ended 2020 exceeding the national average with an overall annual appreciation rate of approximately 18.3%. The last 2 years have been good for those who own real estate, but it has made it more difficult for buyers to afford the purchase of a home. Since January, the average sold price has increased by 14.1%, which is above the national average, from $443,000 to $505,000. The sale to original list price increased in May to approximately 102.4%, or an accepted price of 2.4% above the original asking price. The average sale to current list price increased in May at approximately 102.3%, or accepted price of 2.3% above the current asking price. This means buyers are offering a purchase price over asking price. Since May 2019, the months of inventory has hovered around 1.5 months on market, where it has fluctuated slightly to the lowest of 0.9 months and the high of 2.31 months. In May, the months of inventory increased to 1.22 months from 1.13 months in April. Unless the number of active new listings increases, we will continue to see a low months of inventory. Overall, the Phoenix real estate market remains very competitive due to low mortgage rates fueling buyers' demand and a low amount of homes for sale, but hopefully we will start to see an increase in the number of new listings now that kids are out of school. It appears the competitive market of 2004 to 2008 is back, with buyers offering over asking price. A competitive market is a very positive sign for sellers, but for buyers, it makes it extremely difficult to purchase. If you are planning to purchase a new home during these crazy times, it's best to make your offer as competitive as possible, and as a creative brokerage, we are able to help buyers purchase a home as smoothly as possible. Please feel free to call me if you have any questions or concerns about if you should buy or sell this year. Thank you for watching our video.